Alright, Illegal 3. Let's do a PSA order. This one will be 200 to 250 bulk style. These were shipped off last August. This order's been back for a few weeks. I just haven't gotten around to filming it. All four sports that I typically deal and collect are involved in the order. You know, lots of the classics players that you'll see on the channel will be in this video as well. So we're gonna go to 2004 to start the order. I'm not gonna do it in like order from year. I know people like that, and some people say do it by sport. I always just like doing it randomly. So start off with Fitzgerald. It's the 2004, the finest base one. There's the base, and that's a PSA 9. Couple 9s, and I've got my sheet here so you guys can see the pre-grades are all to the right. I use these as a collector. Cards I feel are strong for the grade, weak for the grade. Cards I think should get snapped for a second try, either at PSA or somewhere else. Elite Fitzy. Here's an Ultimate Collection LeBron. This one's out of 750. This is the first pitch. It's got some white on the corners. It's not a perfect example, but looks a little stronger than an 8. You got the flagship Fitzgerald in a 9. This was thinking 9.5, so 2004, the Upper Deck, the Star Rookies, Miggy. This one is a 9. One of these I had as a 10 snap, which this card's so low end that it almost doesn't make sense to even bother with it anymore. The way the shift in grading is, I mean, it's like 25 to even grade with SGC now. This is the Ultimate Collection Vic in a 10. This is out of 175 from 2004. I bought it raw for like 15 bucks. I looked it over, looked like a 10. Spectrum Gold, thicker card stack, like I've talked about from time to time on these videos. Pre-grade was an 8. It came back a 7. So they typically grade thicker cards like 0.5 to 1 grade lower for, I don't know why. Topps Gold Fitzgerald. Here's an 8. This one was accurately graded out of 499. It's got some chipping. It's off-centered. See that white corner right there, top right. Center and sitting in the 70-30 range, maybe 65-35. Finest LeBron. This is a second-year finest base LeBron in a 9. This one got a 10. I think it was a pre-grade 9.5, so it could have gone either way. They decided to give a 10 on this one. It's like a $1,000 card. I didn't know that until I did the market research. But, you know, it's a nice example. It's got good centering. Probably good enough for the grade. Here's a 9, which, you know, is extremely comparable to the 10 you just saw. But you could probably get this one for 200. You'd have to pay 5 times as much for the 10. But we've talked about that endlessly on this channel. Here's another 9. You know, these are all good examples of the 2004 second year flagship LeBron card. Another Star Rookie. I think it's tilted. The only thing I think of is the upper deck needs to be up a little higher. Everything might be off center, top to bottom. I'll have to check out some 10s and see, because if that's not the case, then those should easily be 10s. Little white there, accurately graded, slightly off centered, aka LeBron. And then we've got another flagship, I think. Fitzgerald 9 on the flagship. So a couple 9s on those. I don't know. (2004) Phillip. This one got a 10. I think this was a Beckett 9.5 snap out that I thought was a 9.5. So It got bumped up to a 10. 2005 tops. That one's off-centered slightly, so fair. Same deal here. 65-35 centering right to left. Accurate. 9. This one got a 10. Third-year Bowman Chrome LeBron. Cool photo in that one. Frank Gore. So this one is a 2005 score. Frank Gore. Flagship Gore gets a 9. I think they gave all these 9s. I had a couple as 10s. So I'll have to, I mean, it's just such a low-end card now to even bother with it. You know, back in the day, you just snap it out, send it again for $7 or $8. But now, I mean, it's almost not worth sending it to SGC. And then PSA is going to open up bulk. I bet their bulk pricing is going to be $40 to $50 a card and take about 7 or 8 months. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't sound too appealing to me. Topps Chrome Refractor. This one's got good centering. Most of these are off center. This is a really good copy. I want to see what I had this down as on the sheet. This was actually an SGC 8.5 that I had as a 9, so I thought SGC was a little tough on it, so I snapped it out of the SGC. It got a second opinion. It got a 9. Patch here, so just a sliver of red there, but it does have 3 colors. Tougher cardstock. I'm a little surprised they gave this a 9. This was pre-assessed at a 9, so that's fair. Score. There's a couple scores here. Both scores got a 9. This isn't really that tough a set as long as it's centered. Cardstock's somewhat tough and sturdy. It's not flimsy at all. Base finest LeBron. You know, this is strong cardstock too. It's like Topps Chrome cardstock, but Topps finest LeBron 9. The Rogers Bowman, little white there. That corner's slightly lifted. The centering's good. The back just slight white. So I mean, I can see this as a 9 for sure. This was down as a 9 snap. So if it didn't get a 9, I was snapping it. I thought it deserved a 9, and it got a 9. So the rookie ticket Gore, that doesn't have a stated print run, so it wasn't one of the lower printed ones because I think he was a 2nd or 3rd round pick. And another finest LeBron in a 9, so maybe that one's slightly off-centered or something. Slight scratch, I don't know. The Rainbow McDavid, you know, this kind of has that hollow look to it. That one got a 9, and that one, I think top to bottom's just off a hair, and there's probably some slight surface stuff. These were cards I had sitting in my PC box raw, and I thought, you know, I had them in like the 8.5 range. I didn't think I was going to send them, and I sent the Gold Fitzgerald. That's 2015 Topps Chrome. I think there's some more that were all just in the box. They're Fitzies. 2013, the Topps Chrome Gold. This one's to 50, and that one got a 9. So I think I'm a little tougher on surface scratching than PSA. So, you know, the cards looked more like 8.5s to me, and PSA gave them 9s. This is the red, so the same set as the one you just saw, but this was the red to 25. Derek Carr flagship. And check the auctions, because a lot of these will go up nightly. There's, you know, anywhere from 30 to 60 new auctions every night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, so let me flip my page here. These were a little, didn't understand these. This was a pre-grade 10, just because it doesn't really have anything going on that would detract from the card. There's no chipping on the back. Top to bottom looks good enough for a 10. So probably snap that out. That one should be a 10. Upper deck. This is the Young Guns McKinnon. I think there's 2 of them. This first one gets a 9. Scoop my piles over. There's a couple of these Harpers. Let me find the other one. We'll just do them together. 2012 Finest Harpers, both got 9s, both just the base copy. And then these Anthony Davises, I was thinking a couple would get 10s just because they were the cleaner ones I came across. If you look closely at that edge, it's pretty much spotless. The top edge is good. The bottom, the smallest bit of white there. But, I mean, those are allowed on 10s. You'll see a lot worse in 10s if you just go online and look at examples. So, here's another one that was on the cusp. You know, I think that one we just saw is just a tad nicer, but this is probably like a Mint Plus copy. And then this one, just kind of compare it to the, yeah, I mean, these are all in line. They're very close condition. I think I had them at like 9 5s to 10s, so I was surprised I didn't get at least 110 on those. The Harper, this is the Future Fusion refractor orange, I think the 25. No, never mind, it's the 99. So that one got an 8. That'll go in auction. The McKinnon, thought this was an 8, 5, or 9. It got an 8. So I mean, that's okay. It's a tough card to come across. I'm most likely just gonna keep it in the 8 case, either put it in auction or keep it. But 249 print on that one. You got Rendon. This is the refractor. That one's off center. That one makes sense as a 9. Try to hit it over so you guys can see. The Harper Green X Fractor gets a 9. That's 2011 Bowman Chrome. I guess. Didn't we just see this card? Okay. The first one we saw, I think I said it got an 8, but it got a 9. I misread that one, and this one gets an 8. So I knew there was a 9 and an 8 in this order. A couple more boxes here. This is the Finest Refractor 2007. This one got an 8. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this. For a card like this to get an 8, it's a little baffling for a card like that. I don't think I would have sent it in if I thought it was an 8. Got the 96 SP rookie design, and you know, I was buying some basketball. Just I basically just hunt for 9s, you know, and then if I come across 10s, that's good. But it's tough to get 10s. The Ultimate Collection to 99. That's the Peterson one. I think this is kind of a rougher copy. I can't remember. Let me flip to it. Yeah, I think I had this as a 7 plus. Durant Orange. That one's just off right to left. Top Skull LeBron. It's got some edge chipping there, so that's why that got that grade. Fleer, Kevin Durant, 86 retro rookie. This one got a 9. This card was going for like $800 or $900 at one point. It's probably like $300 or $400 now because everything kind of got cut in half. But I think stuff was just getting too high there. This one got the 7, so maybe I had this as the 7 plus, and the other one I had as an 8. So I mean, those are accurately graded. Some of these Ultimate 2007s are can be a little rough, and I don't know. They probably came out of the pack like that. Tough card. I've gotten a couple SGC 9s. I don't think I've ever gotten a PSA 9, although there might be one in this order. Here's an 8, and these were the like the nicer copies that I came across. I probably sifted through 25 or 30 of these, and most were like 7s. And they actually gave this one a 9. I was a little surprised, but the pack's almost spotless. The front's off centered, so I mean this probably had a chance at a 10 if it was just pushed over a little bit. But great example of this card, and it's not an easy set. SP Authentic Profiles, that one got a 9. 2007 Ultra, not really the best photo with Verjao right there. So an Ultra gets a 9. We got the Bowman Chrome in a 9. It's tilted. Top to bottom's definitely off on that one. That's a really, really cool photo, though. Here's another one. One sec. Here's the 2007 SPX, so nothing too crazy. I think they gave both of these 9s. A couple 9s on these ones. Got the Raffy Future Stars. That's probably a $10 card. That one got a 9. McGuire gets a 9. Dan Marino. This was a 9.5 pre-grade, so I thought it had an outside shot at a 10, but it got a 9. It's tough on these junk waxes. Steve Young. I mean, these were all pulled from a pack, and they were just nice examples that I thought would grade well. Steve Young gets the 9. Bonds pulled from a factory set. See that little white sliver there? So yeah, that one makes sense as a 9. The centering's 50-50 though. Canseco, the rookies, gets a 9 as well. Clemens gets an 8. That's the 85 tops. There's tons of 8s of that card out in the pops. This was cool. This 83 tops got a 9. The Ricky. The Joe Montana gets an 8. I think I had this as a 7.5, so I was a little surprised it got an 8. Dave Winfield gets an 8. This Pete Rose got a 7. I think I was thinking a little higher, like an 8 on this Rose, so I'll have to look this Pete Rose over, but that was slightly disappointing. Magic got a 7. I think this was like an SGC 8, and I had it as an 8+, so that one got hammered. And then Tony Gwynn 83 tops. This one is PSA 9. It's like still like a $170 card, I think. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Actually, a lot more to see still. Continuing on. (2003) Upper Deck MVP LeBron James, mint 9. Here's the MVP in a 10. Tremendous Talents from Upper Deck Honor Roll in a 9. Haven't really seen that card very often, but definitely a lower tier LeBron rookie from 2003. This next one's kind of cool. Triple Dimensions, and that's the Reflections. It's not numbered, but 9. I think this card has decent value, so I'm not really a huge fan of it, so I'll probably just run it in auction or something. (2003) Fleer Carmelo. This is the Fleer Tradition. I'm at 9 on that one. Here's your gold medallion. These kind of have a little flaring at the bottom, so an 8 can make sense on a card like this. I actually once got a LeBron 10, and it had the flaring, so I guess it just depends. I mean, I definitely would not have graded it as a 10. Star Rookie Wade, great photo, great photography by Upper Deck. Love this one. I think a couple of these were one of these was marked as a snap 10, so we'll have to figure out which one looks better, and that's probably the one. This one got a 9 as well. These can have light scratching. That's kind of what I've noticed with a lot of the LeBrons I've looked at over the years. But all these are very clean examples. Sweet Shot Carmelo gets a 9. That's out of 799. More star rookies. I think when you send in a stack of the same card, like I don't know if there's truth to this, but it's happened to me more often than not. Is they just give the same grade to the whole stack. I don't know, because it's the same card, and they probably don't want to look at the same card over and over. So, 5 of these star rookie Wades were sent in, and 5 9. So, like, I mean, that one, you see that white on that corner, which is minor, but I mean, I guess you could justify that being enough to take it down. But then you'll see 10s with that too. So, I mean, I don't know. Peppers, this is the status 51. Tough die cut card. That's about what I was expecting on this one. Cool card. It doesn't pop up often. I'll probably keep this in the collection just because Peppers was, he's on his way to Canton. This is like a upper deck minor league card. I guess you could call it a second year Miggy. Shortstop from 2000 to 2001. That's funny. But he was slim back then. He was only like 18. This is the X Fractor. You see the number in second year Vic to 20. So 2002 finest X Fractor. Mint 9. Essential Credential Future. 89. Acetate finish. Kind of tough on the edges right here. I think this is graded fairly. That edge right there is enough for me to put it right to an 8. So that makes sense. Dwayne Wade, you got the rookie exclusives. Top edge right there. That's the thing with 9s. On 9s, for the most part, you should be able to see something when you take a little closer look. Here's a AL LeBron Upper Deck MVP card 201. I think we saw a 10 of this earlier. Here's a 9 on that one. So 9s and 10s. I'm thinking a 9 on this is 250 to 300, and then a 10's probably 850 right now. Of course, they were higher in the past, but that was the past. I always just go by current market data. The past is the past. Top straighted Steve Young. This was just pulled from factory. I always flip it upside down sometimes. That right to left's on point. Top to bottom's on point. It's kind of tough card stock. So this would be one I'd put in my stack to kind of question why it's a 9. I have a whole stack of them. Chipper Bowman. A lot of these copies have a little white like surface thing right here. I've kind of noticed over the years. It's just kind of, I think it's the way they're printed. Puckett. It's not Puckett. Lofton. I don't know what I'm saying, but Lofton rookie. I think his WAR's in the range where he's kind of like, he'd definitely be a bottom tier Hall of Famer, but he's got the WAR that he could maybe be a fringer. But I don't know if he'll end up getting in. This Stadium Club, that white corner right there and the back, so that definitely makes sense. Cool photo on that one. Primetime traded. Yeah, just that's a perk of hunting for Griffey. You get a chance at Randy, Dion, Omar Vizquel if you want to get frisky. And there's a couple Hall of Famers. I like to pull the Nolan Ryan and the Ricky Henderson out of those two. The rookies, these come wrapped in that tight cellophane that I've talked about in the past. So the corners all are they're not pushed in, but they just kind of have a little like circling almost, like they're just kind of tilted down. But I don't think PSA takes off for that because 10s have it as well. So here's a 9. That one's centered pretty good. The top to bottom might be off a smidge, but looks as nice as a couple 10s I've had lately. Blank back glossy. This is somewhat of a rare card. It's an 88 star promo. So I'm going to keep this one. Blank back glossy. Fleer 9. Nines on this, I think, are sitting like 25 now. For a while, they were creeping in the 75 range. And then Donruss was getting up to like 85 and a 9. Here's the upper deck. I've actually never gotten a 10 on this card, but I've been sending them in for about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years now. I've gotten a lot of 9s. So here's another 9. Yeah, I would have to take this and compare it to a couple PSA 10s I own and just kind of look at the difference. Although when the card's in the slab, you can't really fairly assess them. Score traded, just pulled from the set. This one got a 9. Centering's on point. Definitely have to take a closer look at that one. Leaf Thomas. I don't think I've ever gotten a 10 on this card either, which is kind of hard to believe because it's not really an impossible card. It's thick card stock. This one's centered. There's another 9 on this card. That one's off-centered barely. It's probably still 60-40, or probably 65-35 on this second one. Never gotten a 10 on this card either. And this one does not deserve it. Too fat on that side. There's a little white corner right there. I think that's accurately graded for sure. Barry Sanders score rookie. I think there's another couple more upper decks. Here's an 8 upper deck. Yeah, I mean, most of the time with these Griffey upper deck rookies, I pull 8s and 9s, which, I mean, I guess that's fine. There's another 8 on the Griffey star rookie. Doesn't really matter if that's torn a little because I've seen 10s with it. People always talk about the back hologram. And then an 8 on this, which is pretty rough actually because this is not the toughest set. They come out pretty clean from those factory set boxes. Not sure what happened with this one. Interesting card. Peyton start date. This is a $1,000 card in a 10 at this point. So a 9's worth $250 probably. Future Watch Randy. This card kind of snuck into the order there. But Future Watch Randy in an 8. This is actually one of my favorite cards of all time. First year of SP Authentic. I know in 97, I think 95 and 96 they had the SP foils, but that was the first year they actually used the SP Authentic name, and the first year they numbered the rookies. So, Row 2 Manning. The most common thing with these is just surface scratching. These are beautiful cards. So I mean, these are ahead of their time for sure. Charles Woodson's Bowman rookie. Woodson's got a decent hobby pull. For sure. There's his Bowman. It's got a little white on that bottom corner. This is one I didn't think would grade too great, but it's a Supernova Bronze from 98 Top Star, so I definitely wanted to send it in and try for an 8.5 or something. It got an 8, which is pretty good. But that image is a little rough. That's a superimposed image there. From the Marshall days. Bowman's Best Manning in a 9. Supernova's Bronze, I think that's out of 100. Yeah, so I mean, these are just tough. See that chipping on that corner right there? In the front. I mean, they're definitely nice looking 8s. I think if they were graded as a 9, you'd probably say they're weak 9s. So they're probably fine in these 8 slabs. So Supernova Bronze Manning, or Moss. This Manning's coming up. This one got an 8, which I was a little surprised with. That's the Row 1 Grace. If I thought this was an 8, I don't think I would have sent it in. I was thinking it was a 9. Brilliance Blue. This is probably a low pop card because these are so scratched up on the front. But this Brilliance Blue got a 9, which is definitely respectable. Kind of a cool little low-end parallel. Prime Rookies 98 Stadium Club. Another 9 on this one. I think there's a Bowman in here. Bowman Chrome. That's off-centered slightly right to left. Fair grade. This one got a 10. This is a pretty big card in a 10. Probably one of the bigger cards in the entire order. The back doesn't really have any chipping at all. And the front is impeccably clean too. So this one is probably... This is a fair 10. If this got a 9, I'd be questioning it. So cards that are clean and deserve 10s should just get 10s. There shouldn't be questions, really. Cards that aren't shouldn't. Bowman Chrome Randy. Again, I think this is a little tilted right to left. Just not quite good enough. This is a sweet insert, 98 Skybox Premium Intimidation Nation Berry. It's got a little edging on the back, and that front left corner is enough for 8 for sure. So I'm probably not going to keep this one, so this would be a great card to pick up cheap in an auction. Jimmy Rollins Bowman, he's another fringe Hall of Famer. I don't know if he'll get in. Maybe after like 30 years or 20 years. I honestly, I don't know if Rollins will end up getting in. It'll definitely be close with him. This is a cool Row 198 Showcase Bonds in a 9. Here's Peyton's Bowman from 98. Mystique Seismic Activity Griffey. Reds insert. So of course, I'm not as big a fan of Griffey in the Reds uniform cards. Miggy, these top straighteds actually did pretty well on these. They were somewhat generous. I thought they would give them all 9s, but they gave this a 10. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Top right corner, maybe a slight piece of white. There's a 10 on that Miggy. This was just cool, something I wanted slab because the front's LT and the back's Vic. It's round numbers. I'm kind of surprised it's not numbered. But just an interesting card. You don't see this card pop up ever. But 7, it's got some rough edging. Your aspirations LT to 85, actually to 95. Check that. In an 8.5. It's another Miggy and a 10. So they were... Yeah, I mean... I don't see any glaring flaws on it. Here's the Tomlinson to 250. It's numbered right there, but that's the crown. That's a beautiful card. This set's underrated. These don't sell for that much. Quantum Leaf Breeze. This one got a 9. LT gets an 8, which was rough, but that's fine because this will hop into an auction. This has painter's tape on it just because I thought this card deserves a 10. Back's flawless. Front, no chipping. Centering's good enough. So we'll have to see what's going on with that one. Manram SPX 2000. On card autograph. Mint 9. I've got a third 10, so 3 10s. I was shocked they gave 3 10s on these. I think it's like a $500-$600 card too, so I'm gonna keep one and I'll put 2 in the store. That's the top traded. I probably pulled one of those from a factory set, which is always satisfying. It's a mint 9. Victory Brady in a 9. Here's the Encore. Same photo. And an 8. This is a rough copy. The centering's like 80-20, and there's a dimple by his leg, so that's definitely fair. That card could actually be a 7, and I wouldn't argue it. Retrofractor 556 print on these. Here's the 2000 multi-ad. I'm thinking these were handed out at minor league games or something, but the Utica Blue Sox. It's an old school Miggy card that I thought looked good. Here's your Victory Breeze. It's actually off-centered. It's about 60-40. Yeah, that's probably 65-35. So I mean, you could definitely see that's the thing with 10s. I can pull a 10 and I can argue it down, and I can argue 9s up most of the time. So the line is so close on 9s and 10s, but the price difference is not, which always baffles me about the hobby. Pujols Bowman. This is one that's got some edging on the back. Most of these have some pretty substantial edging. This one isn't too bad. The centering on this is not great. So I would say this is somewhat of a weak 9. I've seen nicer 9s than that. The Vic debut, I think there's just the smallest imperfection on a corner, but this is an extremely clean card. And then, this, if you go and try to buy this raw, you're going to see chipping on this red almost every time. But the Topps Pro debut, or Topps debut, not Pro debut, that's baseball. The Vic and a 9, that's a gorgeous card. There's a couple of these in here. We'll just show the medallions. Couple medallions out of 100. Great card. Probably raw pickups in like this $50 to $70 range. So a couple 9s on these. Threw in a rookie ticket. It was just sitting in my box of raw cards. It's got some edging. It's got some corners. It could probably pass fine as a 7 as well, but it got an 8. So there's that one. Here's a chrome. It's got a scratch down there from his arm. I'm pretty tough on surface scratches. So yeah, I think that's fair. Star rookie Pujols. Mint 9. We've got Topps traded and an 8. They were kind of tough on these tradeds. I thought there were 2 of this one. Kind of tough. I could see this as 8.5s. Couple 8s. They don't really do half grades though. I know they say they do, but it's pretty rare to get half grades. They kind of just go 8 or 9. 585 classics. I don't think we've seen a half grade in this entire round of the last like 5 boxes. Here's the chrome traded at a 9. This is a great looking copy. I thought this had an outside shot just because it's on point centered and it's a chrome card, so the back corners are clean too. So great 9. I'll probably just keep that because I could pass it as a 10 any day, and this one could not. Fair. See that centering? See how fat that is and see how skinny that one is. Donruss, the rookies 8. Little edging on the back. I didn't really get this as an 8. I was thinking this was for sure a 9. Here's the Fleer. Fleer Tradition 01. Gets a mint 9. Cool card. Another Bowman. This one got an 8. Check the back edging. Yeah, that's got some white edging going wild. Yeah, this is one I had as a pre-grade like 7.58, and it came back a 9, so I was a little surprised with that. I don't know what I downgraded it so much for, but there was something going on with it that I definitely wasn't a fan of. But it's a cool enough card. I just wanted to send it in and see if it could pull an 8, and it pulled a 9. So Sweet card. Probably won't keep it because if a card grades that much higher than what I thought it was, I usually sell it. Tops traded Pujols Ichiro. That's an 8. It's a little off center, white corner. That's fine. And Topps Chrome. Top to bottom's about good enough. The right to left's also pretty good. So this is a decent 9. Back centering's pretty rough on it, so probably fair. Continuing on. That's actually the 2016 Topps Heritage Minor League, some type of SP. That's a 2016. You know, he's got his Chrome prospect. Thought it was a 2017. Here's a cool Calvin. Turn of the century from Elite '07. That is a sticker auto, but it's still pretty cool. Out of 100. So thicker stock on this Bowman Gold. This one gets an 8. That's a Calvin rookie. I think there's 5 of these Tatises. They were all in similar condition to the ones I sent about a year and a half ago, and I was pulling about half 10s. I didn't think I'd get any 10s on these ones. The cards jumped up to over $1,000 in a 10, so there's Mancada. Yeah, these I used to buy raw for 15 to 20 on the Tatis. And then I think the papers were like 5. Prospects Chrome. Here's the Mancada. Bowman Chrome Calvin, 2007. It's a nice one. Scherzer. That's your 2008 Topps update. Rookie in a 9. We've got a pretty cool photo here. The LeBron 2008 Bowman Chrome base, and that one is also a 9. Topps Chrome 2007. Another nice photo here. This one is also a 9. just get used to that. A couple of these Julios. It's like the ball head facing left, like the ball over his head. This one got a 10. This is ball above head, actually. So, Topps Chrome Variation SP rookie in a 9. Probably some decent value on that one. Take a look at the back of this one first. It's your 2007 Bowman Chrome Peterson Auto, and that's also a 9. Just slightly off-center, right to left. I'd say 65-35 or 60-40. Here's a cool Ultimate Collection. Definitely a tricky set. Another update, Scherzer rookie in a 9. Thicker cardstock, so definitely take an 8 on this Calvin. 3-color jersey, black, silver, and white. That's the RPA from Spa. And then this Peterson gets a 8. So I know I just sold a 7 for $300, which I thought in auction I thought that was pretty strong. Here's an 8 with the 2 colors. Nice card. Yeah, I think Peterson stuff's steady, and I think over time it'll rise. I don't think it'll ever like just spike, but Vince Carter flagship 9. That's a neat photo there. Here's your showcase 98 Bonds. That's row 1, also known as Grace, in an 8. A little white on the top of the front edge. So this one gets a 9. We've got the awesome, iconic photo here, the 94 Collector's Choice Gold Signature Griffey. Push the stack over a little bit, and we'll go into some Kobe's. Kobe Ultra. So this one got a 9. That card's come down a lot. A couple more of these. These ones got 8s. Probably cards I had pegged in the 8-5 range. Yeah, that's all centered. Right to left's kind of, it's really shaky actually, but that'll run in auction, so somebody can scoop that. Metal gets an 8. This is a neat one. Slick Silver and a 9. There's not a lot that can go wrong with this card. It's an acetate card, but mainly the surface, some scratching is what you'll see on that. Jeter Best and a 9. That's 95 Bowman's Best. Credit Card Gold Studio 95 Frank Thomas, and there's a Manny as well. So definitely keep both of these for their respective collections. There's Man Ram. The rookies Pedro in a 9. Shaq that's Topps base. That one's off center, right to left. That's the main issue. And that one gets an 8. Last box. Ichiro. That's a nice copy. There's a little white on the back, but the centering's on point. I'll probably end up keeping this one. Sabathia traded rookie from 99. Third year David Ortiz. Just a base, a card I thought was a 9. It's centered. It doesn't have any issues, so can't tell you why it's a 9. This is cool. Legacy collection out of 99. Manny. That is showcase. So row 1. That's how they did it that year. Ionix authentic on card autograph from 2000. This one gets an 8-5. So they pulled out the half grade, which they don't do very often. Another Manny. This one is the refractor. I had this pegged as a 10. Nice shine on that one. Here's an Edge Legacy out of 99 from 99 showcase. Great card. That blue just matches the Colt jersey well. This is most likely from a pack. See that white on the top left? That totally makes sense as a 9. That's the rookie sensations. Here's your contenders. This is a respectable grade on this set. It's definitely a little tricky sometimes. So Edge in a 9. This is probably one of the better cards of the order. I think this card's creeping towards 1,000, but this one got a 10. I was kind of shocked they gave a 10 on a card like this. But I mean, this is actually one I sent twice to SGC, and they kept giving 9.5s, and I was just, the overall eye appeal just doesn't have any chipping. The corners are razor sharp. I just thought it was a 10. Ricky 9. Future Watch Ricky. You got Ichiro in an 8 on this Topps. This Topps, that's tough. It's definitely a nice, respectable copy. Maybe it could bump to an 8.5. I can't see that card as a 9. That one. Centered 9 right here. This would be a great one to pick up if you're a collector. Get a card like this. Virtually no chipping on the back. Dead centered on the front. That's a beauty. Upper Deck MVP. There's a couple. They're probably both 9s. Yeah. Two more 9s. 9s are the new 10 though. Here's a Bowman. This is Star Rookie. Chrome. This is a nice one. Just a tad off-centered right to left. It's not bad at all. It's probably within tolerance for a 10 qualifications. There might be something else going on, but the Topps Chrome traded T266. Ichiro. Let's close out the order with Calvin. Your Rookies and Stars, 07 to 99 print. It's got like the Lions logo. It's kind of a weird card. So that's it, guys. I mean, I thought it was good. There were some 10s that were sprinkled in, which is nice. But we'll continue on with more of these in the future. Thanks. Take care.